All right, my friends, welcome back to another episode. So I'm excited about this episode. We got a lot to cover, guys. The event has officially started. It started today, this morning. It is now 11:44 p.m. Sorry for the late start. I've been at work, just got home. And we're going to dig right into this, guys. So we're going to talk about what the event is, what to do, just all different sorts of things about it. And then stay tuned, because once I get done with this, I'm going to work on weapon reviews, show all the new items and how they work. And just, guys, what I usually do. So stay tuned for all of that. This video specifically is going to talk about what officially came out, how to do them, how to do the activities, what they are, things like that. So let's start right off into this. So you get into the game and you go to the forums, you're going to see announcements. Click that. Go down here and look for Last Resort coming soon. Just look at the first page here. You can also do it on the Discord. So, you prefer that method. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Hold on. And while that's loading, it's on my other screen. Dead Frontier. All right. So you can also check out the Dead Frontier page, but I want to look at this real quick. So Last Resort, it is here now. Take part in our upcoming beach vacation themed summer event starting July 24th, which is today, and continuing until August 20th. Okay, so we have almost a month there. So in this event, you will be able to collect a new set of beach-themed dyeable cosmetic items, take on a gang of castaway bandits, survive as long as you can in a brand new PvE arena area, get a massive 200% EXP, PvP, 30% loot spots, 35% looting speed, 100% weapon and loot, and armor and ammo and cash. So a ton of looting things there, guys. Grab the new Leviathan launcher and Juggernaut implant from the credit shop, and we're going to talk about that at a 25% discount. They are not limited edition, which means after this event ends, guys, you can still get them, but they're going to cost 25% more. Right now, they're on discount. You can earn the new harpoon gun. Now, when it says earn, that means you can unlock it, and we'll get into that as well. Tidal Wave SMG and the AR-9 Silvertide Assault Rifle. So 1, 2, 3 weapons. Try your luck with a returning Gambit implant or dealer implant that randomly roll their bonus stats, and earn summer tickets used in the vendor, and get items you missed in previous summer events, which were like the Gunslinger's Gambit, Nautical Nightmare, and then of course, as always, get an extra 20% credits with every purchase. So if you guys need a membership, again, like I always say, I always do the 6-month membership. I go buy membership. I do 6 months. It's $40, but I get 20% off. Or I'm sorry, you get 20% more credits. So you get well, here, actually, let's just do this. If you have 6 months and you get 200 credits, actually, you'd get 240 credits a month. You're going to get 1,440 credits right now, and you get them all at once. So just keep that in mind, guys. And we're going to jump into the credit shop, and we're going to look at and see what these are here. So Leviathan launcher and Juggernaut implant. These are the two items right now in the credit shop. So you have the Leviathan launcher. It's 1,500 credits. It is a heavy grenade, launcher. It uses 4-round capacity, 3.25 seconds to reload. So it takes 3 seconds to reload, 0.49 shots per second, 187 damage per hit. 39.6 degree firing cone, never critical hits. Again, grenade launchers, explosives typically don't critical hit. Must be level 50 to equip, which level 50, guys, that's pretty low. 135 explosive skill to master, so that's to master. So if you want to have the best of the best with it, you need to be 135 explosive skill. 100% PvE armor penetration, so it will penetrate the armor. Comes with a 444 stat, which obviously you can re-roll. 1,500 credits. It hits up to 8 enemies, so it will hit 8 enemies. So I think that's one thing to think about, guys, because if you have a mob, and let's just say there's 15 enemies, it's going to hit up to 8 of them. So that's something to think about. Direct fire rockets do not bounce. So it sounds like this may have a bouncing mechanic. Direct fire rockets do not detonate on miss. So if you miss, they're not going to detonate. So that's another key thing. Alt fire, unique effect. Leviathan trap fires a harpoon net trap. After a short delay, harpoons pull enemies within a 5-meter radius towards the original impact point. So sounds like you shoot them, and after a short delay, harpoons will pull the enemy into the impact point. So wherever they detonated out, it'll pull them back into that before detonating, leaving behind a 2.5 meter net for 5 seconds that slows enemies. So it sounds like this does a lot of stuff, guys. So it has enhanced explosion radius and enhanced stagger, and explosive mastery, obviously. The Juggernaut implant, 10% incoming damage reduction, may only equip one. It is non-transferable, guys. So if you get this, you cannot, you're not going to be able to trade it. Just remember that. You get immune to stuns and slows, which coming out of the ground zero, that one spot by the gates, guys, that would be very nice to be able to get away from. If it works, I don't know. I haven't tried it, but to be able to run through that stuff. Greatly increases mass, which is new. I don't know what that's going to be like. Stagger non-boss enemies while sprinting. I have no idea what that is. We're going to find all this out. Stagger interrupts vomit attacks. Okay. So some pretty cool stuff there. And then we're going to look at the challenges. I'm assuming there's some challenges here. Let's see. I'm specifically looking for ones that give the weapons here, I would assume. All right, so here's one that gives 10 summer tickets. So we need you to thin out the horde this summer. Get out there and do what you're good at. So if you kill regular infected, if you kill 100, which we all know, that's pretty simple, you're going to get 10 summer tickets. Now, it said we can use these summer tickets inside the vendor. So we're going to go look at that here in a second. But that's one challenge. And remember, at my main menu here, if you just click challenges and you go down here, you're going to see the challenges. And you just click and it will break down, what they are. All right. We need you to fill the coffers this summer. Get out there and loot. So loot anything and you get 10 summer tickets. So again, you go out there and you start looting, you will get 10 more summer tickets. Now it does say repeatable. So it looks like the more we kill, the more we loot, you're going to earn tickets over and over and over again. And then you have summer muscle. The boss infected have been flexing quite a bit lately. Get out there and thin them out. So kill boss infected. It is repeatable. So kill the bosses and you will get 1 summer ticket. So again, if you go to the DF profiler, let's see here, go to the boss map. This is something you guys will use. Second on bunker, look around, clear the infected. You could use that to kill enemies. You got the bosses over here, Flaming Charred Titan. You just got the bandits, the missions. Just look around and see what you guys can do to get those boss kills. And then obviously that will help getting your normal kills as well. So that's how you get our tickets. Now let's go check out the vendor. All right, guys. So looking at the vendor, when there's events going on, usually some items come back to buy. So if you miss them, you have like a second chance to get these. So looking at this, here's the harpoon gun, guys. So 1 round capacity, 2.25 seconds to reload, 1 shot per second. So we called that one right when we were doing the little preview. 23.6 degree firing cone, always critical hits. So that's good. So if you're making a build, having an always critical hit would make it so you don't have to put points into crit chance. So that's very handy. Must be level 25 to equip and 130 rifle skill to master. So it is a rifle. 100% chance to stun the enemy, and it has unlimited ammo, guys. So an unlimited rifle with a 1 round capacity, but 100% chance to crit. Very cool. And is non-transferable. So again, get it on your main, and it's stuck there. All right, what does this thing do? So it does not damage bandit enemies. That's new, but it pulls enemies towards you. So, wow. Okay, so you're not going to be able to do the bandits with it. But when you shoot an enemy, it's going to come at you, which is interesting. I can see that being bad or good. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then, let's see here. Unique effect, crippling wound. Enemies struck by the harpoon suffer crippling wound for 5 seconds. During this time, attacks from weapons with stun effects gain 2 times base stun chance and 2 times stun duration against the afflicted target. So if you shoot something, you're going to give it a crippling wound. And then if you shoot it again with attacks from weapons that have stun effects, it's going to stun them for twice as long, and it's going to stun them. The stun chance is going to be doubled. So pretty cool. And effects do not stack. So, you know, you shoot, it's not going to keep stacking stacks here. You're just going to shoot them once and then do what you do. Then we have the AR-9 Silvertide. Now, real quick, looking at the harpoon gun, it's 1,000 summer tickets. But again, it sounds like a lot of tickets, but when you're killing bosses, guys, and you're killing these zombies, you're going to be earning tickets quick. So the AR-9, it is also 1,000 summer tickets. It's called Silvertide. It has 14 millimeter rifle bullets, 75 round capacity, so decent sized mag, 2.25 seconds to reload, 5 shots per second, 37 damage per hit, 23.6 degree firing cone, 2.5 crit chance, must be level 50 to equip, and 50 strength required. Also another 130 machine gun skill to master. And then it does have 50% PvE armor penetration. Did the harpoon gun have that? I don't see enemy pin. So that's something we'll have to test out. So 50% PvE armor penetration, enhanced knockback, 35% chance to stun enemies for half a second. On hit, projectiles ricochet to 2 nearby enemies within 3.5 meters. So it's going to ricochet, which is like that hopper rifle we had from the Easter event. So pretty cool. And then we also have the SMG-7 tidal wave. So guys, there's a lot to do in this event. So 3,000 tickets in total to get these 3 items. The SMG-7 tidal wave, it's an energy cell based weapon, 300 round capacity, 3.25 seconds to reload, 15 shots per second. Think about that, 15 shots per second. What was this? This was 5 shots per second. So it's going to shoot 15 rounds every second. That's crazy. So I can't wait to see that in the game. 10 damage per hit, so not a bunch of damage per hit. You know, compared to this was 37 damage a hit, this is 10, but this is also shooting way more shots per second. 39.6 degree firing cone, 15% critical hit chance. Must be level 25 to equip, 130 machine gun skill to master. Has enhanced knockback. It slows infected by 25%, and it slows for 1 second. This gun could be pretty good. Unique effects, fire suppression. Hitting a flaming or smoldering enemy applies fire suppression for 5 seconds, reducing the damage they deal to players by 50%. Effects do not stack. So if you're fighting a fire enemy, it's going to reduce the damage they do, which is very nice. And then, you know, obviously it has crit chance. So again, I don't see any armor pin. So we'll have to test that out. And then you can get seaside glasses. That's kind of cool. I can even see them there. They blend right in. You can get glasses for 100 tickets, just some cosmetics. You can get the seaside robe, the seaside top, the seaside bottom. So all these just cost tickets, guys. You got the dealer implant, which is 100 summer tickets. And those are the ones you have to roll. You know what I mean? Go back and watch our last video, or actually I'll just show you. But you have to roll those. It's like $1 million for a roll. And then the Gambit implant, which is also 100 summer tickets. So honestly, guys, these things don't cost many tickets to get. And then we have the gun. Now this is good. This is 2,000 summer tickets, guys. But this is an armor. This is the Gunslinger's Gambit mesh from one of the previous events. Sorry, he's getting a drink. So this armor has 70% damage absorption, 300 armor, which isn't a ton, right? But it doesn't take any strength, and it has a 33% chance to reduce incoming damage to 1. So it's like a mini parasitic husk, guys, that's free. And 5% movement speed, so very cool. And it has 10% pistol damage. So again, really cool, guys. Snag these up while you can. Play the game. Get your tickets in there. And it looks like almost everything, guys, is just these tickets. You got the Deal Breakers, the Deal Breakers 1858. You know, you got the duel, the singles, the wild cards. You guys got some great, crazy stuff in here. Gunslinger hat. You got the Gunslinger shade. So all the other event guys, they put them in here for summer tickets. That is so cool. I gotta call this one out, the barrel backpack. Again, it's 1,000 tickets, so you're gonna have to pick and choose what you get because there's so much to choose from, guys. But I would highly recommend that the barrel backpack. It has 6 backpack slots. You can GC it and get an extra 3, so get up to 9 backpack slots and only lose 3% speed. So it's non-transferable. But I'm telling you guys, this backpack is worth it. The Tidebreaker, again, another awesome holiday event item. It's a melee weapon. It's 1,000 summer tickets. It does a lot of damage. It does 90 damage per hit. You can crit with that. You got the Corsair hat. So again, it's like a pirate hat. You have a Corsair helmet. It's 100 tickets. And then up top, you're going to see 1, 2, and 3. There's pages, guys. So again, just go through here, see what you guys like, see what you're interested in. Some stuff is just generic, like normal, but you just want to make sure you don't miss anything that you've been wanting. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys snag all those up. And then this shows you your summer tickets. I'm just kind of reading here. I don't think there's much to do there. And then let's go back to the forums just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I want to look at the change log. One thing I always want to look at when they do this is some of the changes, because sometimes things come out. All right, so clan weekly challenges, instead of one challenge with 5 objectives, there are now 5 separate challenges. Each challenge completed rewards 20 VP. Okay, that's a good update. And this was yesterday, July 24th. Completing clan weekly challenges does not contribute towards the challenge completion amount. Provided service challenges were removed. Clan machines. So clan machines, I heard, got a lot of attention. So garden plot and garden block no longer generate items. They generate a clan currency called food resource. So now clan machines are going to generate resources. Chemistry kit and drug lab no longer generate items. They generate clan currency called medical resource. So it sounds like they're taking away item-based, generated-based things and are moving them into currencies. Food resource can be used to buy a temporary maximum hunger increase for all members. That's really cool. Medical resources can be used to buy a temporary maximum health increase for all members. And then the garden plot, garden block, chemistry kit, drug lab all now use biomass as a reset resource instead of fuel. These changes should shift clan machines away from printing money and make them more about supporting your clan with boosts that directly help in the inner city, which I think is a good change. We're going to explore more boosts in the future, so more things to come with that, guys. And again, that's why I look at these patch notes. Usually around events, they typically do some different game changes. Implant bucket. The UI for the implant bucket has been remade to work more like an inventory rather than a list. Implant stack in the UI to remove some clutter. Implant presets now have a hook icon if they contain a hook implant. Alright, ground zero. Enemies will no longer spawn near the outpost itself. They still spawn in the first half of the block. We wanted this area to feel like a never-ending war zone against the infected, but the safety of the outpost was made AFK grinding methods too viable, which in several videos we talked about that, so that's a good change. PvE Arena. Due to the unforeseen technical issues that cannot be quickly fixed, we unfortunately have to delay this release. Okay, so one of the things they mentioned on the Discord, or in their patch notes, was there was a PvE Arena, which I was interested in. We're going to have to wait and make a video on that later, guys. We know the community was very curious how this would work, so here's a quick rundown. Okay, cool. So Onslaught will be a grinding boss rush survival mode arena. Bosses are lootable, similar to Inner City. Enemy spawn pools shift through a few different sets over time, and every 5 minutes, a random set of bosses spawn. The first map is an island-themed area. You have no AFK protection in menus. You gain XP like usual, and you still lose your top survivor score if you die. Health and armor are not refreshed when leaving. Oh wow. So Juggernaut implant notes. The stagger effect requires a small sprinting head start to build momentum before it will trigger. Okay. Knockback and stagger do not trigger on boss enemies. Knockback and stagger have a 1.5 second cooldown on individual Zeds, and vomit interrupt mechanic only works if in the first half of the vomit animation. So if you come into it mid game, it's not gonna block that. So again, we went through the patch notes, we went through the items, we talked about how to get them, we talked about the credit shop, and then one thing you'll want to do, guys, just some tips. Let me see real quick. Is this non-tradable? I think you can trade this. So let's check this out. one thing you always want to do before you buy it, always check the credit shop and then do the math yourself. You know, is it cheaper to spend 137 million, or is it cheaper to buy the credits? You know, you'll have to do the math and see. But anyway, double check that, guys, before you go spending the money. But anyways, a lot of videos coming out, guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna finish this video real quick, get off here, and then start the weapon reviews, which I know we're all waiting for, myself included. But don't forget, guys, do your challenges, help your clans out, earn this stuff, get your tickets, check out the vendor, you know, all that good stuff. And let's look at the clan storage real quick. Let's go to clan machines. So I'm just curious. I was wondering where those boosts were. I'm not sure. That's something we'll have to go into, but off the top of my head, I don't see them just randomly in here. But anyway. Yeah, I don't see them in there. Anyway, let me show you this real quick. So again, this is the dealer implant. This is the Gambit implant. So once you bought them for those 100 tickets, you click on them and drag them onto your character, and it will re-roll them. But it does cost $1 million. These ones have good stats, so I don't want to re-roll them. But those, you can get up to 4 stats at the bottom there. It tells you the possible stats roll, and you just keep going. It does get expensive. If you get a good roll, guys, like this one's a 774, that's pretty solid. You can get a 777, but I'm gonna probably stick with that. But anyway, that's what we're looking at, and I'm gonna get out there and hit the streets and test this stuff out. If you guys like these videos, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me, leave a comment below, join our Discord. It's 100% free, doesn't cost you guys a dime. There's a link in the description below for that as well. And I really appreciate you guys. I look forward to doing this every time we have an event, and I'll see you guys out there. And until next time, you guys stay safe out there. Peace.